All right, Shalom. First off and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that ruled well. Peace, love, and honors as always to you elect brothers out there laboring in this ministry in sincerity and in truth, and presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice to do so. This is the brother you're calling Moth with the Great Millstone, Nebraska camp, coming back with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify the lost sheep of the nation of Israel through the Holy Spirit, Harakakadash. All right, and hey, as you see on the screen, I had this still frame up. You got you got these two hands, and the quote at the bottom says, "Please lie to me." Okay, and the reason why I wanted to get into this specific topic, which I'm not, I don't know exactly what I'm going to entitle this video, but it's going to be somewhere along the lines of, they will not endure sound doctrine. Okay. When it comes to these prophecies or when it comes to being reproved and rebuked, nobody wants to actually hear the truth, man. And it's evident. It's evident. These people, they want to learn how to be better. They want to learn how to do things the right way, but they're not willing to accept change. All right, they're not willing to accept that with this truth, when we're giving you 100% truth, that some things are going to rub you the wrong way. And some things are not going to be comfortable. As this quote that I found earlier, and it was coined by, I guess the guy's name is Tony Gaskins, right? And the quote says, and I quote, "Some people don't want to change. They don't want the truth. The truth is uncomfortable, and it requires change." That's what comes with this knowledge, man. It requires change, putting off that old man, accepting the bitter and the sweet, the lamentation, the mourning and the woe, the good with the bad, okay? Because here it is, our people have been raised up to believe from their youth that everything in the Bible is peaceful, loving, okay? Which collectively, the scriptures are peaceful. They are loving. They give us instruction. Okay? They are comforting. But at the same time, there will be things in there that will rub you the wrong way. One of those things that will rub you the wrong way, I'm going to bring out one precept, and then I'm going to continue on with this lesson in the book of Psalms. Okay? And this is the book of Psalms. All right, this is Psalms chapter. All right, All right, this is the book of Psalms chapter 137 in verse. Let me see. I'm gonna start from a good point. Okay, I'm going to start from verse 7, all right? It says, "Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof." And the nation of Edom today are the so-called Caucasians, okay? The self-proclaimed white people, okay? And the reason why, when you go back into the book of Genesis, you go into the word Edom, which means Adawam. All right, the word Edom means Adawam, which means red. And the reason why this Edom was because his name was initially Esau, okay, which means wasted away. Which when he came out of the womb, he was wasted away. He had no pigmentation, okay, but his name was then changed to Edom, okay, meaning red. And what nation of people today are closer to red than any color? You got it. Esau, Edom. You can see their blood running through their veins. Okay, anytime they're excited or they're something's hilarious to them, their redness shows by way of emotion. Just to sum it all up. Okay, so it says this, and Jerusalem is today's so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. So it says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem," being the nation of Israel, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. Right? O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, which Babylon coincides with today's America. Okay, you go into that word Babylon, it goes back to the Hebrew word babal, meaning confusion. And that's simply what you have here in America. Every which way you turn, there's confusion. You see men trying to be women trying to be men. The woman is above the man. You got Esau, Edom, and all the rest of the heathen nations above, the peculiar people being Israel. The list goes on and on, man. All right, so this is talking about Babylon, America. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. And this is the point. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Which is simply what? That's an act of killing. Okay, the same way that these heathens treated our people during the time of hardcore slavery, which now is more mental than anything. But back when slavery was a more of a physical thing than a mental thing, they were doing all types of heinous acts and things towards us. A perfect example is the Tuskegee experiment, man. The Trail of Tears. And hey, man, you can go and look these things up. All the things that these so-called white people have done unto the the so-called minorities, which which that's another form of confusion that Esau Edom has put out there, because he puts that title of minorities on the nation of Israel when the scriptures tell us what? It says that we are more in number than any nation upon the planet Earth. Meaning we are what? The majority. Okay? So, hey, this is when you come to this truth, the reason why I bring this scripture out is you have to be able to accept these specific passages. There's a whole book of Obadiah talking about the destruction of Esau, Edom. All right. So I want to get into a few scriptures. First and foremost, I'm gonna put this word up on the screen from the etymology online. All right, and the word sound. All right, which as I mentioned, they will not endure sound doctrine. I'll get that precept first here in 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. All right, this is 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, and I believe we're on the 3rd verse. All right. Yep. All right. So this is the book of 2 Timothy 4 and verse 3. It says, for the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So let's get into this precept. Okay. So it says, reading again, it says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. All right. So when we get into this word sound, because the Apostle Gabar, he went into the word endure, which when you go into that word endure, it means to make hard. Okay, and a lot of passages in the scriptures are things that are hard sayings. Okay, things that are it's a hard pill to swallow if you're in a carnal mindset. Okay, so these words, when you hear these words, you have to be as the apostle quoted, you have to be hard-hearted, man. You have to be able to accept these things. All right. So it says the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine. All right. So you get into this word sound.
Strong's G 5198. Hugiaino.
Okay. And it says to be sound, to be well, to be in good health, metaphorically, of Christians whose opinions are free from any mixture of error. Meaning what? It's whole. Hey, does not the scriptures tell us in Ezekiel to eat the whole roll? It tells us that. Okay? This is part of that. This is that sound doctrine, man. It says of one who keeps the graces and is strong. All right, but the definition, that's most accurate is of Christians whose opinions, which to be Christian, you have to be anointed, meaning you have to be of the stock of Israel. Let's get that clear. because you got a lot of these heathen nations. Namely, you have these Edomites that claim they're Christians and this and that. They claim that they love the Lord and all that foolishness. But these are, first and foremost, they're the most hated of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, as a nation, the nation of Esau, Edom. Why? Because they touched the apple of the Lord's eye, being Israel. Okay, and on top of that, look at their works. Their works are not Christian-like. All right, their works are not that of the anointed. Okay, so now I want to put this word sound up on the screen from the Etam Online, which I'm going to just touch on a few of these definitions. Okay, so it says sound from the adjective form. It says free from special defect or injury. All right, free from special defect. It's free from all types of wayward doctrines, Jewish fables, okay, wives' tales. It's free from all of that filth, man. It's free from all that worldly doctrine. That's more accurate. It's free from that worldly doctrine because, as I mentioned, most of us were raised up to believe certain things that were contrary to what's written in the scriptures. Okay, which brought in what? A defect. All right, and this is a thing, or things that we had to get rid of once Yahweh Shem Shai dealt us the truth. All right, so I'm gonna continue on to finish these words. All right, so a couple of words I want to quote, or not quote, key in on is healthy and strong. Okay, healthy, strong, fast, quick. As it says in the book of Hebrews, the 4th chapter. Which I'll grab that, Hebrews chapter 4. And this is another reason why Jake will not accept the truth. This is Hebrews chapter 4 and verse, I'm starting from 11. It says, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. Because and that's exactly how the Lashon Kadash, being the Hebrew, is, right? The holy tongue. You have certain sayings in the Hebrew that are straight to the point. There's no long drawn out sentences. Okay, it's straight into the point, as is the word. Which when you go back to the Torah, which was written in the ancient Hebrew, okay, is what? When you break down these words, they're straight to the point, man. And that's throughout the entire word of Yahweh Shem Shai, being the entire Bible. These words are straight and to the point. This is why during the time of Yahweh Shai, you had a lot of men that were cut to the heart at some of the things that he was saying, because he was being straightforward. He was an austere man. Okay. That's another clue, because it tells us in St. John, the 1st chapter, he is the word, and then it tells us throughout the Gospels that he is what? An austere man. All right, a hard man, straight, a harsh man. Okay, and we're reading on. It says, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. Cutting you up, man, making you feel some type of way. And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. And this is why a lot of people cannot understand it. This is James chapter 3 and verse 17, right? This is James chapter 3, verse 17. It says, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated. And the reason why I brought this out is because another definition that it has here is right, correct, free from error. There's nothing impure about this word, man. All right, so I'm going to read it again. This is James 3 and 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable. And pure means what? Without spot, without blemish. It's perfect, man. Then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality, without hypocrisy. All right, without partiality. You know, there's nothing missing from this word, man. All right, this word don't need nothing to lean on. Okay, because what? It's in its fullness. And if you get this word partiality, okay, this word partiality, it says undistinguished, unintelligible, without dubiousness. All right, so without dubiousness, which that word dubious means without hesitating, without doubting. All right. That's the word of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. It's able to be relied upon. Okay. It says, and without hypocrisy. It doesn't. There's no respect of persons with this word. There's no contradicting of one scripture with another when they in this word. Okay, and that's what another thing. A lot of people get misconstrued, man, because they're not dealing in truth. Because they believe that the scriptures contradict themselves, when actually, if you're reading this, as the scriptures tell us, it says that a carnal mind cannot understand the things of the Most High. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, these things are spiritually discerned. This is how the men of the Lord are able to break these specific things down in the scriptures, man. This is why we're able to hit the highways and the hedges and rebuke and reprove our people, man. Because the Most High is dealing, he's dealing with us because we're sincere and we're truthful about how we conduct ourselves in this word, man. Okay, we're always constantly prepared to be rebuked. We're always constantly prepared to be corrected, because there's no ceiling to the growth to growing in Yahweh Shem Shai. But if you're closed-minded, if you're closed-minded to this truth, there's no way you'll ever understand it. Okay. So one more definition that I have in this, when you go into the word sound, it says holding accepted opinions. Okay. It says holding accepted opinions, and the precept that I have for that, all right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 14. I'm gonna start from the top. It says, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion. And who was that lamb? It's Yahweh Shai. All right, he was that sacrificial lamb for the nation of Israel. All right, namely the elect. And the Mount Zion is just another name for the nation of Israel. Okay, it says, and with him, 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads. And this is the elect. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder, because Yahweh Shem Shai spoke with great power and might, man. He spoke as a man. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And that's the elect, man. This is why our people can't understand this word. This is why they hear certain words or certain like profanity, or they hear something that something that's brought out of scriptures that doesn't sound right to them. A man can have more than one woman. A man can have multiple wives. They turn off, man. All right, but the men of the Lord and those that were chosen to understand this word, these are those of the elect, man. Okay, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which are not defiled with women. And what is that women talking about? When you go into the book of Proverbs, I believe the 7th chapter, when it talks about that woman, that strange woman, being what? Different doctrine, different philosophy. Okay, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. And that's meaning what? That whatever this word said, we believe it, man. Okay? We didn't doubt for a second. We weren't wavering, but we believe these words to be faithful and true. All right? So we believe the words of the Lamb. It says, these are redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High, and to the Lamb, like I said, being the elect. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of the Most High. Okay? So now I want to get one more precept here in the book of Isaiah, the 30th chapter. And this is hey, Salaki if I'm all over the place with it. But the scriptures are just jumping into my head. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and verse 8. It says, "Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come and forever." And that time to come is when? Right now, in this day and age, man. Because you got people that still think, we don't live in the ancient days, and the Bible days, we don't, the Old Testament and all that. But here it is. These words, as it says in Matthew 24, not Matthew 24, but Matthew the 5th chapter, it says what? That not one jot or one tittle shall diminish till all things be fulfilled. So this still is accurate, to all those that have that mindset. It says, "This is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh," being the nation of Israel. And you can tell it's evident. Jake is hard-headed. Jake waits till the last minute to do things. Jake has to be, as it says in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, it says, "Why should you be stricken anymore? For you will revolt more and more." Jake is stiff-necked, man. Okay? And the older they get, the worse it is. It says, "We say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits." Jake, that lie, Jake and that lied to me spirit, man. Ooh, lie to me. Tell me something to make me feel good, opposed to something that's gonna be for your good. Jake wants to hear something that makes them feel good, something that appeases their spirit, which, goes back to the book of 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter, saying this. It says, "For the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine." Who is that they? That's talking about 2/3 of our people and these false prophets. They will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. When you go into that word itching ears, I'm gonna play it for the edification.
Strong's G 2833, Gnatho.
Right? It says to scratch, tickle, make to itch. When that when you tickle somebody, it's something joyful. It makes you laugh, something that makes you feel good. All right, to itch. And this is the definition here: desire of hearing something pleasant. And this is what our people want. They want to hear something pleasant, not something that's beneficial to them, but something that's going to make me feel good for a minute. They want something temporal. Okay? And this is why they will not endure sound doctrine. They rather be lied to, man. Okay? And it says this in verse 4, it says, "And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables," which are lies, straight up lies, man. Straight up lies. Oh, the Lord loves everybody. Oh, the Lord wants everybody to come together, black, white, yellow, green. The Lord ain't never said that, man. But you have these specific teachers that have these specific congregations that ask for these specific type of lies, man. But here over at Great Millstone, anyone that's a true man of the Lord, you're not gonna have any respect to persons when it comes to teaching this word. You don't care if somebody doesn't want to hear it, or somebody's too sensitive, or whatever the case may be. You got to teach the word. You have to teach this word by any means necessary, man. And you don't diminish anything for speaking this word. All right. Hey, so with that being said, let me finish this. It says, "But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry." And that's it. Make full proof of thy ministry, man. Don't lie to these people, man. All right. They ask for lies. They ask to be rubbed the right way, spiritually. But hey, that's not our job. That's not our job, man. Our job is to teach this word in this fullness and make full proof of our ministry, man. Don't withhold anything from the law or anything from the scriptures, because you know what the scriptures say. He that addeth to the scriptures the plagues will be added unto him that are written in the book of life. And he that taketh away, which is not teaching the full truth. You're not teaching. You got the 501c3 charter spirit. Okay, it says the same that taketh away, his name shall be taken out of the book of life. Okay, meaning what? He's gonna be destroyed. Teach this word in its fullness, man. And with that being said, I'm going to say, call law to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Once again, double honors to my elders and apostles, that great millstone that rule well. Double honors, Salakia, peace, love, and respect is to the elect. Much love as well unto the wheat amongst tares and the few women and children that follow. All right, and that being said, I'll say shalom.